Good evening, race fans. Welcome into the halfway point of the season here at the Charlotte Motor Speedway tonight for 135 laps. The Lightspeed Racing League only has a couple races left before playoff kicks in, and tonight could be a make or break night for some of these guys. And as always, here with my co-commentator in the booth, Art. How we doing tonight?
You're doing good. Just 3 races left until we make it to the playoffs. MoFlo Racing currently on a tear. And last week's winner, Jared Lindsay, said he's predicting a new winner this week.
He absolutely is. He thinks his teammate, Nathaniel Landwehr, is going to get it done tonight, and he did do well here in the season finale a couple of months ago, as did Jared Lindsay, winning the race on his return to on-track action, winning the last 3. He'll try and make it 3 in a row again here tonight. He's got to get through 2 laps of qualifying, 135 laps in the race. Stage break happening at lap 35. The 70% fuel capacity will get the drivers roughly 39 to 42 laps. And with 4 tire sets available in the race, it'll be very important to take care of the tires here this evening. And 0 fast repairs, 3 green-white checkers, as always, for our drivers here tonight. Let's get you right into the on-track action as qualifying is underway.
Yeah, Landwehr, he was second fastest in practice, but I'm assuming that has a little bit to do with getting drafted and working with his teammates.
How about Cade Ferguson making his season debut here tonight? He's currently P2 in the 28 machine. Always good to see some new faces. A little loose there off of turn number 4. The 28 will cross the line for his second lap, and he will go P4. Ryan Tiller needs another good night, back-to-back top 10s, and he is just outside the cut line in 11th. So he needs a big night here tonight. He was a championship 4 favorite last season. Did not get it done here at Charlotte. Different conditions. This will be run in the daytime. Last season it was under the lights, so we'll see what the 23 machine has here this evening. Third quickest currently. Randy Arms, P1 at the moment after his second lap. See what the 13 of Corey Blevins can do as he comes to the line to start his first lap. Let's go on board here.
Doesn't sound like Dale was too happy with Tiller's lap time.
Tiller did not put it on pole, and he made everybody sad. Down the back straightaway, trying to keep a... That is son of Max. But look at that through 3 and 4. Want to hit the bottom if you can, but he's not too far up the racetrack, so this should be a decent first lap for the 13 machine. Will cross the line. It puts it inside the top 10. On board here with the last 2 weeks winner here in Jared Lindsay in the 18 machine. He's got that thing glued to the apron through 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway. And turn number 3, we'll see if he can point it and hit the bottom. He's actually going to run up top, and he's going to put all his hopes on that second and final lap.
It was a really good-looking start to the lap. Just wants to run through 3 and 4, though.
He's going to have it. He'll be 13th out of 14th, but that is by design. He's going to carry the speed all the way through the lap. Hopefully, if he can point this thing to the bottom side of the racetrack, get on the throttle early, don't lose it on the exit of 2. Down the back straightaway. Turn number 3 entrance. Looks like he's going to point it right to the bottom, and then it's just about keeping it nice and tidy on the exit of 4. It comes at you so quick. You can keep it off the wall. He does so easily. Got as much of the dog leg as you can without going off track in the 18 machine. P1, only man in the 30.6s. He's looking to go 3 in a row. What can his teammate do? Nathaniel Landwehr, last man out on the racetrack. 30.65, the time to beat. Through 3 and 4. Looks like he's coming off the bottom just ever so slightly, a little bit loose there. Where will this put the 66 at the line? Nathaniel Landwehr will slot into
P2.
30.72. Looks like Landwehr might be running second fiddle to his teammate already. We'll see if that happens again. Right now, the MoFlo Racing guys Take up your front 2 rows here this evening.
Gonna have to start implement an inverted field. You qualify pole, you're going to the back.
Let's take a look here quickly at your championship standings as they came into tonight. 135 laps, everything sure to change. Jonathan Schwartz has a 2-point lead over Jared Lindsay for the regular season champion. Nathaniel Landwehr right there as well. 7 points separating your top 3. And then Tony Scarbo in 8th holds on to that last playoff position. Eric Shields, Chris Pinder, Ryan Tiller, Corey Blevins, all the way down to Casey Brown. Really chasing him down. And it's going to take just one wrong move, and you could find yourself on the outside looking in. But it is a tight championship battle for a lot of these guys. 22 drivers here this evening. We'll see if they all ready up as we go further back through the field.
Top 3 being MoFlo Racing just does not seem fair.
All the way down to Mitchell Bagley, who's actually on 3 points and not 0. But that is the 42 drivers that have raced with us so far this season. We'll add another one to the list tonight, making a nice and smooth 43 with Cade Ferguson. And he'll roll off tonight in the 9th position. So not a bad night so far for the 28 machine making his season debut. $135 laps, so this is going to be kind of just a patient race. We'll see what everyone has for our top 2 here tonight. Obviously, the long run speed going to be crucially important, as all 22 drivers have gridded up. All the way back down to Ben Thomas. The 04 finally gets it in gear and heads on. Some familiar schemes there. Chris Pinder, Michael McElroy.
Stage is lap 35.
What happened to Samuel Domien here? Oh, almost spun it out there. Getting up to speed.
So picks to win as they're going down the backstretch, Max.
Picks to win. Give me Jared Lindsay from P1 to make it 3 in a row. Gonna pick him until somebody proves that they can beat him.
Well, I'm gonna pick the guy who was outside, Nathaniel Landwehr. MoFlo's been strong. Lindsay said, predicting a new winner. Let's see if he can make it come true.
He's been always the bridesmaid, never the bride last couple of weeks. We'll see if he can finally punch his ticket into victory lane here tonight. Pace car makes that hard left-hand turn. Jared Lindsay and Nathaniel Landwehr lead us down through the Geico restart zone. Barney the flagman gets us underway here tonight, and we are green.
Strong start for that inside line. Schwartz even able to jump down and go with him.
Randy Arms able to pick up that 2nd position. There was contact 2 weeks ago at our last oval-style race between Randy Arms and Jonathan Schwartz at Auto Club, as they came down for the Stage 1 finish there, so we'll see how they choose to race each other this week. Randy trying to set off after Jared Lindsay right off the bat. Cody B. Johnson is up 3 spots, as is Chris Pinder, and Scott Kelly down 6 positions on the first lap, but Jared Lindsay leads the first of 135 laps. He's got Randy Arms all over the back bumper.
Yeah, Randy knows how detrimental it can be if you let Lindsay get out in front and control the race.
It's going to be hard to get around, though. He's falling right in the tire track, so immediately in the dirty air. He's sticking with him right now. Got a lot of 2x2 further back. Eric Shields, Samuel Domien. And then just ahead of them, Pinder and Cody B. Johnson going at it. Michael McElroy, Travis De Leon just inside of the top 20. Sean Anderson way up to the top side of the racetrack. And this is where the battles are so far. Off for turn number 2, I believe that is Lucas Reed that was pretty loose. But he'll hang on to that Toyota Supra. Further up the field, the 21 continuing his charge up through the field. Had a little bit of an incident getting out of his grid slot, but he's up 3 spots in the early going. Chris Pinder up 5. And make it 6 on Tony Scarbo as they head down the back straightaway.
Now he was showing him the nose to the outside. Didn't have the run to really put it there, though. He might this time.
He's going to squeeze that 24 just on that right rear quarter panel if he can, just to let him know that he's there and not going to give him the run off the corner. He is ripping the top right now. We'll see what kind of run he can get down the back straightaway. Scarbo will come up and cover him. Does not try the crossover move. Yes, he does. A little bit later. And he'll sail it off into turn number 3 and take that position away. Chris Pinder up 6 positions. Right around some of his playoff rivals. #21 of Samuel Demien trying to be opportunistic and pick up a spot as well, and he'll do so. Scarbo playing the long game right now. Trying to take care of his stuff.
Pinder's looking real aggressive on corner entry, trying to use up everything he has on those fresh tires. Ooh, there's smoke?
I think that's the 28 of Cade Ferguson. But he'll get it load back up. Let's take a look at what happened. Heard somebody sliding the tires. This happens into turn number 3. Oh, he just gets in there to Corey Blevins, turns him around. No real damage to either driver, but 28 will come out the big loser there. He's all the way down to 20th with some hot tires. Corey Blevins somehow able to hang on to a top 10.
Yeah, but that's going to scorch those tires. Going to make this run a little less just enjoyable.
They're going to have to nurse that first set to lap 35 if they can make it. Almost their first caution of the night there, but they stay green and at the front. It's a 5-car breakaway back to Michael Davis. Top 5, only 6.5 tenths, and then Ryan Tiller 1.2 seconds back. And he's doing exactly what he needs to do so far. Started 6, run 6, but he's picking up points on guys like Tony Scarbo, Travis DeLeon, Chris Pinder, and he will be a factor going into the last race of the regular season if he can keep up this momentum.
You know, something these drivers need to do is figure out, you know, how it feels on a long run, because it's LSRL. We're not likely to get another caution. So you need to be able to set your pace, save a little bit of tire, and get to the stage and figure out what to do from there.
I don't disagree with the Chris Pinder strategy here, though, on the 24 machine. Being aggressive early, knowing that you have a guaranteed caution at lap 35. Get yourself the track position now. Try and hang on. Already 10 laps in for about 20 or so laps. Make a pit stop with everybody else, and then you have, you know, track position over your rivals, and then you can kind of coast from there and settle into some long runs. Right now, that 21 not going to give him any sort of rest right now. Going to shove him off into turn number 3.
I think it'll all come down to, you know, how do the tires hold up here 20 laps from now.
Absolutely, that'll set you up.
He is blocking them down to the apron.
Those left side tires in the artificial turf, and they will side by side into turn number 1. 21 on the inside, 24 on the outside, trying to get the run, not giving each other any room. That's going to bring Dean Clavitt back into play, and he'll sit behind and kind of observe everything. Let's go on board here with the 56. He has a great run through 3 outside of the 21. As Corey Blevins and William Bowman fight just ahead of these guys as well. So this is really the Hornet's Nest right in the middle of the pack. 21 will get back by, though. Already right rear damage. Not sure if that came from the formation lap. Haven't really seen anything else. And these 5 guys are going at it. Ooh, Pinder's loose, trying to pull out a line. Try to make a run. And he'll end up losing a spot instead.
Might be losing multiple now.
Ooh, car in the wall. I think that was Corey Blevins. It was. Cody B. Johnson going to be boxed in. Almost right rears Dean Clavitt. Left him just enough space. That 13 is headed in the wrong direction. He's trying to fight back. A slight advantage running that high line is you don't have to go up as far to hit it. It will lessen the impact. Blowing a right front or losing it on the bottom side of the racetrack. But don't want to pick up damage this early in the race if possible. Definitely affect the aerodynamics of the car.
Ooh, Pender blocking Dean there. Enters turn 1. Dean had a lift to save him.
Oh, that's Samuel Demian hard into the outside wall. So already these guys finding out that their tires are not lasting with as much side-by-side battling as they're doing. 21 had slight right rear damage. Now it's on the entire right side of that car. And Dean Clavitt trying to be opportunistic here. Almost 3 wide. You see the damage there as they head down the front straightaway. And Dean will come out ahead, so he'll lead this little pack here. 21 still trying to fight back on the outside. And trying to draft past the 04 of Cody B. Johnson, not able to do so. Pinder slides up the racetrack. That's going to be contact 3 wide. Eric Shields trying to save it as well. The 21 machine, the big loser. In that exchange, Scarbo says thank you very much. And Dean Clavitt and Cody B. Johnson, they are checking out from this group as they slowly start to eliminate themselves from the top 10. Couple guys with damage here early on. Hot tires. See that 13 not able to hold it right on the apron from 3 and 4. He'll slide up right in front of the 21. Sean Anderson has been taking it all in so far.
Probably for the best, because I mean, even with Pender still being up 6 spots, there are 4 cars right behind him. If he makes mistakes, these tires, go too much further.
And Scott Kelly looks like he's had some running with the outside wall as well. Heavy damage to the 89 machine, so he'll make an unscheduled green flag pit stop halfway through our one and only stage here this evening. Back up,
Lindsay
front.
Started to check out.
It's held serve at the front. We've been watching that great battle for pretty much 10th on back to 17th. But Jared Lindsay has held serve at the front, half a second over Randy Arms, who has 3/10 over Schwartz, and Landwehr back down to 4th in an updated 66 scheme. Looking very nice. Michael Davis sits in 5th, 0.6 of a second back, and Ryan Tiller starting exactly, or running exactly where he started, excuse me. He's got Casey Brown half a second behind him. And then it comes this Hornet's Nest led by William Bowman in 8th. But Schwartz, under increasing pressure, he was able to get around the 66, but not able to pull away. On board here with Landwehr. See it through the driver's eyes.
All of this happened because of that restart. The inside line got to start the race. Schwartz was able to drop down, pick up that spot from Landwehr, and just been sitting right in front of him for the run.
Yeah, the top 4 are still within a second of each other. Holding at really half a second for the last couple of laps. On board further back here, Corey Blevins. He just sees this little 5-car pack continuing to duke it out. Sean Anderson starting to make progress back through it after he let them all fight. And he saved a little bit of tire. This is the battle for the last couple of stage points here. William Bowman, Dean Clavitt on board here with Cody B. Johnson. And Tony Scarbo, again, knows how to bring home a race car in one piece. He's able to save his stuff pretty well. Dean Clavitt hits the apron there, slides up a little bit.
He had to lift a good bit there to keep from, left rearing him.
He got very loose there, even further back. Pinder blocking Sean Anderson, not able to hold him off, though, into turn number 3. Kind of run can the 24 get? 15 back to the throttle first, though, and he will be clear off of turn number 3, just barely. Turn number 4. There are 4 turns on an oval, but Pinder going to try the crossover move with the momentum from the high side. But he'll hit the apron, and he'll get a little loose there. Eric Shields has to back out of it. Sean Anderson through. Cody B. Johnson. It's 9th place from Dean Clavitt. 10 laps to go next time by in the stage.
Shields making a move on Pinder. Pinder not trying to be nice. He wants to squeeze him, not trying to give him too much room there.
Going to continue to try and get the momentum off the high side, but the 24's tires might be starting to fade ever so slightly. Yin going to go with Shields, try and draft him by. See a little loose there. Corey Blevins under pressure from Ben Thomas and Lucas Reed. Cade Ferguson just hoping to get to the stage and get 4
Pinder
fresh
into the
tires.
outside wall.
That's big right front damage there. Looks like Scott Kelly has had a moment as well. Let's take a look. Yeah, off of turn number 2 again. Back this up. He came in unscheduled very early into the race. He's been dealing with a lot of damage, and he just loses it off of turn number 2. And now Pinder's falling back all the way to 18th, right where he started. Got some right side damage to show for his efforts.
Well, I think there's a little bit of contact between William Bowman and Cody B. Johnson into 3 and 4.
This is the battle. Oh, there's William Bowman into the wall. 3 wide down the back straightaway. Only for a moment as the 53 loses all momentum and finds himself outside the top 10. Scott Kelly was able to tow off the racetrack. We stay green. Got a battle here for the 3rd position. Landwehr trying to get the run on the inside. Shortest way around the racetrack. 58 using the run down the back straightaway. Randy Arms drafting help to Schwartz down the back. 3 and 4 still side by side for the entire lap. This was the last lap. Schwartz would get it by half a car length. All this is allowing Jared Lindsay to pull away 1.3 seconds. They're still battling hard here for 3rd. This could bring Michael Davis into the equation. Little by little, Landwehr's pulling closer and closer, just not able to get clear and complete the pass. Great shot there. He has it on the entrance in the middle of the corner, but the 58 fights back hard on corner exit.
Yeah, Landwehr gets a lot of momentum going into 1 and 2, but not enough to clear him.
Don't really want to try a slide job on these older tires. Might end up putting you in the wall, but he drove it in pretty deep there, and he's going to clear the 58. Good move there to finally get the pass done, and he'll try and set off after Randy Arms. Only 3/10 up the road. Running out of time to do so. A little bit further back, Scarbo continues his march. He kept his car very clean. Trying to pick up some stage points as a result. Like Ben Thomas. He just blinked out. Not something that happened to the 2, but he's up 6 spots and coming along quite nicely, trying to pick up a spot on Lucas Reed as well. John Anderson also continuing his charge. The guys in that pack that were kind of just minding their own business are doing better the longer the run goes. John Anderson to the inside of William Bowman.
Landwehr is on
up the racetrack.
Bumper of Arms, by the way.
Yeah, he's shoving him into turn number 1. He's going to go to the outside, past the 58 on the inside, trying to pass the 8 on the outside. A little loose off of 2. He's got Schwartz behind him. Michael Davis is there now. Landwehr should have the run off of turn number 4. So the 66 got back to the throttle first as well, and he will be clear off of turn number 4. Into the second position, trying to track down his teammate. I don't think he'll be able to do so before the stage. Bar a mistake from Lindsay.
Yeah, if he was able to get 3, wait, is it 2.5 seconds here in 3 laps? I'd be shocked.
Dean Clavitt gets around Casey Brown. Scarebell was able to get around Cody B. Johnson as well. And then Cade Ferguson just now goes through on Corey Blevins. Still a lot of action here. Really 7th on back to 12th, even 13th. William Bowman and Eric Shields still in the mix.
We've got action here 3rd to 5th. Schwartz right there on the bumper of arms. He almost got into the back of him out of 2.
Michael Davis, where does he go in all of this? He is right there. Let's go on board. 57 chasing 58 and 8. Only 2 laps left in the stage. Going to have to make your move now. Into turn number 1. Great shot here. 58 going to try and use the momentum of that middle lane. Maybe try and cross over Randy Arms. You know, there was contact at Auto Club a couple of weeks ago. Nothing intentional. Got to be lingering in the back of their minds. Now they'll switch lanes. 58 has the bottom. 8 has the top. Reversal of 1 and 2. On the exit, Randy trying to fight it back. Almost a dead heat at the line, but 58 nosing ahead, using the shorter way around the racetrack. Randy drives it in real deep on corner entry. And there's nothing separating the 58 and the 8 down the back straightaway. Short's going to have to drive it in deep, but Randy drives it in deeper. We'll wash up the hill just a little bit.
Oh, but he's got to be careful. He doesn't want to lose that extra spot. Caution is out. It'll be a P3 for Randy. Or P4.
Michael Davis just barely missing out.
I forgot Jared Lindsay was so far up the track.
But a dominating stage performance. Led every lap. Started on pole. Let's go talk to your stage winner. Get Jared Lindsay up here in the booth. Here with the 18 machine of Jared Lindsay, a dominating performance in the first stage. What do you think you'll have when we go back green for the remainder of the race?
Well, the track keeps changing. We're going to try to just keep it up front and keep running a smooth pace. So we'll see what the guys behind us have for us.
Yeah, Landwehr lost some spots on the start, but he was able to get by Randy Arms and Jonathan Schwartz. So it looks like he has a little bit of speed on the long run as well here this afternoon.
Yeah, he definitely does. I think he's going to be somebody that is going to have to be considered for the win. So we look forward to hopefully putting on an even tighter show than what we did in the championship race.
Absolutely. Well, good luck here the rest of the way, and maybe see you in victory lane here for 3 in a row at the end of this thing.
We will see.
Looks like everyone makes it into their box just fine. Everybody on pit road. Jared Lindsay should win the race off. No one gambling on 2 tires. Landwehr comes out 2nd. Schwartz 3rd. Arms 4th. Michael Davis 5th. Dean Clavitt picking up some spots there. And a lot of guys fixing some damage. Even Ryan Tiller, who's going to go outside the top 10 here. But you can see Corey Blevins, William Bowman, Eric Shields, Damien. A lot of guys having to fix some right side damage as they gear up for what could be a very long run to the finish here. And Eric Shields, 41 seconds on his stop. Damien, 47. Pinder, 41. Corey Blevins, 45. Michael McElroy going to spend almost a minute in his box, as is Travis De Leon. And they are both away. Scott Kelly been on pit road for 8.5 minutes after losing control. And the exit turn number 2, while we reset the running order, let's get a quick word in from the LSRL's amazing sponsors here each and every week. But a special thanks, as always, to Butt Kicker, Wilder Graphics, Grid Finder, Sim 3D for putting on an amazing, amazing sponsorship of this league each and every week, allowing these guys to come out and battle. But under that, we saw Nathaniel Landwehr come back down to pit road again. And a special shout out to SimRacerHub.com as well.
I wonder if he had a fueling error.
Might have left it on auto fuel, but the 66 had some long run speed. He's going to have to show it here again, restarting back in the 17th position. That'll promote Jonathan Schwartz to P2, Randy Arms in 3rd, Michael Davis 4th, and Dean Clavitt cracks top 5.
Yeah, it's definitely going to make it a little bit harder for Landwehr to potentially get his first win on the season, but it's still possible.
Anything can and will happen. Right now, it's all up to the restart zone, and Jared Lindsay gets us back underway. Oh, looks like the 53 of William Bowman did not get going. There's a little bit of a 3-row checkup behind him. Randy Arms takes advantage of a strong restart from the inside line. He'll get back by Schwartz. Dean Clavitt will get by Michael Davis, so inside line, very strong restart there. You almost want to say that Randy or Schwartz has to get around Jared Lindsay and just make him work those tires a little bit harder right off the rip. He's going to just slowly pull away into the distance.
I don't know if I see Schwartz doing it. I can definitely see Randy trying it. Never really want to slow up your own teammate, but definitely got to try and get in front of him.
Yeah, Ryan Tiller lost a little bit of time on his stop. He's back in 10th. Landwehr up 5 spots, now make it 6 since the restart inside of Ben Thomas. He is flying through quickly, does not want to waste the precious opportunity that restarts provide, and he has cracked the top 10 already, up 7, almost 8 spots in just a matter of 2 laps. Cade Ferguson was almost plumb last at one point in contact with Corey Blevins, but he's back up in 6th. Didn't really have a whole lot of damage, just didn't have any tires to fight back with. So 28 kind of back where he was running for the first half of stage number 1. 21 cars still on the track. Back to Michael McElroy. Heavy right side damage there. But he is on the lead lap. Scott Kelly still in the pits. Definitely tell kind of a way different approach to the start of stage 2. A lot of single file, except for Landwehr, who's kind of out of position. The guys trying to save their tires early in this second run. They would have at least 2 green flag pit stops to make. So just trying to take care of their stuff for now.
I think that's a big thing that Randy is trying to do. He was a lot closer in the first stage. Was trying to get on the bumper of Lindsay, let him know he was there. I think he saw the effects of that when he lost position to Landwehr.
Looks like Tony Scherbo might be having a connection issue at the moment. We'll follow up on that when we get more information. Saw him drop on our standings all the way down to the last car on the lead lap. Just as we say that, though, 3 drivers nose to tail, 2 by 2. William Bowman gets a piece of the apron there. Ben Thomas showing a lot more speed. And also some internet connection issues at the same time. He has cracked the top 10 for the first time tonight. It looks like he's also having severe connection issues. Don't know if he's... Oh, there he is. That'll make it interesting for these guys trying to race around. It looks like he's keeping it way up high, though, out of the way as best he can. Definitely not what you want to see if you're a virtual race car driver.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I would like to see my car, maintaining itself. I'd like my car to be in existence at all times.
Corey Blevins was involved in that little half spin with Cade Ferguson. He also has tagged the outside wall. He's kind of a little bit further back than what we'd expect him, as is Cody B. Johnson, who showed decent speed. We'll see if they're just trying to save a little bit of tires and fuel, but at the moment, running at the back half of the field. Here's Ryan Tiller trying to work his way back up to 6th, where he started this race. Landwehr continues his charge, up 10 positions off the restart. He's got 1.8 seconds to Dean Clavitt, though. You saw there, Randy Arms did not fight that pass there from Schwartz, just kind of let him go. Still a long way left to go in this race. Nice new paint scheme, though, on the 8 machine. Very clean. Schwartz all over the back of Jared Lindsay here. Your top 6, pretty much 1.1 seconds separating them all. They are glued to that apron, shortest way around the racetrack.
Yeah, I think we're going to see strategies of, who can have the best green flag pit stop.
And that's part of what makes Jared Lindsay so successful week in and week out, is his aggressiveness on and off a pit road. That's something that specifically Landwehr mentioned that he could improve at in relation to his teammate. Right now, a lot of single file. Everybody just trying to take care of their stuff. Can confirm that Tony Scherbo has dropped from the race. So that leaves us 20 cars back to Michael McElroy on track, all on the lead lap.
We might have a battle for the lead. Schwartz was looking the outside of Lindsay, now he's looking inside.
This will be the first time we had a different leader all race. Lindsay looks like he's going to give it to him. 58 is clear to the inside. New leader, Jonathan Schwartz. Whether this might just be saving from Jared Lindsay, or if Schwartz is just going for it. Either way, we have a new leader at the line. It is confirmed. Lindsay not letting him get away, though. Your top 6. 1.1 seconds. And Dean Clavitt wants the top 5 back. Inside of Cade Ferguson. He'll drive it in pretty deep to 3. 28 will give it to him. Let's put Dean Clavitt up into the 5th position.
Your fuel estimation is right. We'd have 2 green flag pit stops.
So that'll definitely come into play a little bit later on. And with the way that they're running, I'm almost guaranteed to get one. And if it's this close, nose to tail, it's going to be very dicey. Battle for the lead here again. Jared Lindsay to the inside. Hits the apron a tiny bit. And he'll wash up the racetrack. That brings Randy Arms right to his back bumper. Schwartz will maintain. It's almost 2 kind of packs, really. Weird to say it's Charlotte, but look at this single file train led by Landwehr. Outside of Lucas Reed, they are all single file. Kind of shows you the top 6, what kind of speed they have. You know, contending for top 5s each and every week, and then, you know, kind of Landwehr's out of position, but guys that contend for top 10s every week. It's just kind of an interesting split. But here comes Lindsay back to the inside. He says, I want the lead back, and I'm going to get it back. That got really close between
there was
teammates.
Some side draft in there. Schwartz was trying to hold him down. Lindsay kind of forced the issue. He said, nah, it's mine.
Your best comparison is always to your teammates, so you always want to beat them, and that's what Jared Lindsay's saying right there.
So that's why you always got bad teammates, huh?
Easy to compare myself to you. Tony Scarrow actually does make it back out. Nothing wrong with his car, but unfortunately will be 10 or 11 laps down by the time he gets fully back up to speed. And that was a shame. He was having a decent race inside the top 10. But he got back in front, and he put 0.4 of a second on Jonathan Schwartz. Maybe just saving a little bit, trying to get to a set target lap on fuel maybe, so he wanted to sit in the draft, but he is out front and pulling away. And the arm says, I want P2 back. Going to make a little move down there to the inside. Cade Ferguson starting to drop back just ever so slightly. Daniel Landwehr catching up to him. Further back, the 04 and the 12 going at it. And a couple cars further up, Lucas Reed and William Bowman going at it. So this kind of hornet's nest starting to get stirred up ever so slightly. A couple guys trying to make some moves, get themselves some track position potentially. As we are about halfway through the fuel run here. You can see Scarabo. He's going to have fresh tires, so he's just going to be able to fly on by everybody. He's got really nothing to lose. Log some laps, try and learn some stuff.
I feel like Lindsay did what he did just to, like, you know, give us some entertainment, because he started to pull away.
Their last lap was the 10th quicker than Randy Arms, 10th quicker than Michael Davis, almost 0.2 quicker than Schwartz, who's trying to hang on to P2 right now. He told us pre-race fuel's 39.42, so he might want to just do it every 40, just have a nice set number. So he could have just been saving in the draft of his teammate. Let's look back here at Corey Blevins and Ben Thomas. Corey slowly making his way up through the field. Not a whole lot of damage, but definitely impacting the balance of that race car. The biggest mover right now is Lucas Reed in the 10. He's up 9 spots, trying to make it 10. 10 for 10. See how aggressive he is into turn number 1. Drives it in fairly deep. 53 has a great run, middle of the corner. And we'll have the momentum on the back straight. 2 cars in the wall, though. Samuel Demien and William Bowman. It's not the first time we've seen the 21 on the wall tonight either. So Lucas Reed picks up 2 spots down the back straightaway. Back here at the battle for second, as these guys can't really figure out who's supposed to chase after Jared Lindsay. Let's get on board here with Michael Davis, who's had a quiet night, just sitting right in that top 5 most of the night. And Randy Arms driving it in deep, first back to the throttle. Don't think he's clear up just quite yet. We'll be side by side again in turn number 1. But the 58 of Shorts will back out of it, and Randy will now retake that second position.
If you're Rand and you see how far Lindsay has gotten, when do you consider pitting?
Yeah, we see that a lot with these guys, especially with the long green flag runs. Ooh, Shields! Walks it up the hill a little bit, almost got Chris Pinder, but hangs on to it. But you got to find that fine balance of trying to do something different than the leader and not compromising your own race versus the guys that you are, you know, right next to on track. You pit 5 laps before Jonathan Shorts, but 2 laps before Lindsay, then Shorts ends up catching you, but then you get passed by Lindsay. Anyway, it's just a fine balance. Try and undercut the leader. Leader passes you, and then you lose time to the guys that stayed out anyways. You don't want to do it this early, just over halfway through the fuel run. So no one should be thinking about a move yet unless they have significant damage. Now Shields is going to try and complete the pass second time around. It looks like he's on that apron again. Not able to get a run on corner exit at the moment. Pinder holds strong in 14th.
I really like the number symmetry we have going on at the front. You got 58, 57, then 56, 3, 4, and 5.
I love that. Love that a lot. 58, 57, 56. Looks like we got a battle here. Ryan Tiller flies around the outside of Cade Ferguson, bringing Casey Brown with them. And Tony Scarbo not for position, but 29 says, why the heck not? I want to be involved. Not a scratch on that car. Unfortunately, due to some connection issues, he will not be in contention for a top 10 tonight like he was the entirety of the first stage. Here comes Pinder. He's going to try an early pit stop, so that's not what we expected, but we'll see how it pays off. He does have some damage, so maybe he's just not happy with the balance of the car. His teammate coming in as well. So it looks like a planned stop from CMS here.
Yeah, put 30 laps on the tires, go to maybe 100 and do it again.
Not the worst idea. Not what we expected, but it's not the worst at the moment. Especially with the damage on their cars, might as well take advantage of 4 fresh fuel goods and offset that a little bit. Clavitt and Nathaniel Landwehr duking it out here for the final spot in the top 5, and the 66 continues his charge up the field. You're only 4 seconds off your race leader. What happened?
I'm still not sure if you said 4 fresh fuels goods or 4 fresh fuel goods, because you didn't say 4 fresh good years.
Yeah, the Mr. Fuel Goods, Larry McReynolds. I gotta go vintage every once in a while on you. Vintage. But yeah, 24 and 12, both full of Sunoco Racing fuel and 4 fresh Goodyear tires. So we'll see what kind of progress they're able to make in their first lap back up to speed. Here, Lindsay continues to lead 1.5 seconds. Not too much of an advantage, but it is slowly increasing by about 0.5 tenth per lap. And they are the quickest cars on the racetrack. 31.4 for Pinder. Travis at the line, his first lap back up to speed. 32.8, so his damage still impacting him more than the tires would make up for. But the only man in the 31s, it is Chris Pinder. He'll be flying around Michael McElroy. Closing speed, got to be careful. Pinder is the quickest car on the racetrack right now, and he will be for quite some time until somebody else decides to pull the trigger. And it will be Randy Arms going a little bit aggressive here. 1.5 seconds. And he's going to try and undercut your race leader, Jared Lindsay. Didn't think we'd see it so soon. Yeah.
Not the worst idea. Like, you're so far back in terms of, relatively here at Charlotte. Second and a half can be a lot to overcome. Trying to go get it on pit road.
Let's see if Jared Lindsay responds on this lap. If not, then Randy should come out your race leader. And he's going to go long. He's not worried about it. He's going to stick to his race.
Landwehr's coming in, though.
Oh, he's aggressive on pit road. He said he was trying to work on it. Casey Brown and Ryan Tiller side by side racing onto pit road even. Look at the Casey Brown, very aggressive, almost loses it. Catches the wall and gets around the 23. But then had to give it back. Oh, and he has he missed his box, the 88 did. That's going to be a lot of time lost there.
Dean's coming in now.
So it looks like your top two, unbothered. Randy, you'll be leading the charge. He's up to 12th. He'll unlap himself on Scarbo, not for position.
Now we'll watch.
When does everyone else blink? Here comes Jared Lindsay. Very stable onto pit road. Little loose, but everything's fine. Schwartz will take advantage. Get a lap led and a bonus point.
Damien coming in. Blevins coming in.
Yeah, Randy put it on lap 71. And Jared Lindsay coming in on lap 75. So 4 lap fresher tires. We'll see what the gap is. Randy should be far and away the net race leader by the time everyone else makes it back out. Here's what we're watching first. Pit stall. Randy coming through the front stretch right now. There's Lindsay on the inside. Closer than I thought it would be. I'm sure Randy thought he'd be a little bit further ahead as well. Not what he would have wanted. But he will have about 2 seconds on Jared Lindsay with 4 lap older tires. We'll see if he's able to hang on to it.
And he's going to have to hope that these the lap traffic just slows him down up just a little bit. I think the only one in between them is going to be William Bowman.
Yeah, try and somehow offset that 4 lap difference any way you can. Pinder, it's working out for him. He's back inside the top 10. But he's got the oldest tires of the guys that elected to start the green flag cycle because he started it. So he could be dropping back down a little bit, but potentially make up some time on guys further back, Ben Thomas, Eric Shields, that he was racing. Top 4 have stayed out, though. And Randy has unlapped himself, so he is back on the lead lap. Last lap for Randy, a 31.35. Last lap for Jared Lindsay, a 30.88. So he is coming quickly. Putting those 4 extra laps of fresh tires to his advantage. He'll unlap himself as well. Schwartz going very long, and he'll have the freshest tires towards the end of his stint.
Depending on how long he goes, he might be able to stretch it. I think it would be very close.
36 he pitted on, had a couple laps of caution to reset the running order. 36 to 79.
Or he could just be going long and hoping to have the freshest tires come the last sprint to the finish.
Over 40 laps, so he was able to stretch a little bit further than what a couple guys thought, but Still not able to make it with one more stop. Here will be the battle for the net lead. Jared Lindsay, 0.6 of a second.
He was half a second faster last lap. I think he's going to start lighting a fire under Randy now that he can actually see him in his mirror.
Based on simple statistics, he would get around him next lap if he's able to maintain this pace. Top 4 still stay out. Cody B. Johnson came down and topped off on 38, so he can go even further. Only 0.3 quick of that lap, so the tires are starting to wear a little bit for the 18 machine, but he has closed that 2.5 second gap, now down to 0.3 of a second.
And now he has to deal with the dirty air of a car going his speed.
See how aggressive Randy wants to be. He knows there's one more pit stop to make, so we'll see how he plays this. Jonathan Schwartz is in. He'll give the lead of the race to Lucas Reed if he wants it. And he'll come in and pit, as will Sean Anderson, I believe. Cody B. Johnson, yeah, so he could have stayed out, take the lead, but he'll elect not to. And so this is the battle for the lead. Jared Lindsay trying to find a way back around. 4 lap pressure tires, but Randy will lead that lap. I think he's got him this time. He drives in there pretty deep, though, yeah.
I was going to say, Lindsay not as aggressive that time in a 1. He had a lot of momentum. He could have sent it. He's going to show him the nose inside of 3 and 4.
I don't think Randy will fight this too hard. Oh, maybe he will. Side by side through 4. At the line, it would be Jared Lindsay by less than half a car length, but now he's got half a car length into 1, and the fresh tires will send it in deep. Take the lead of the race back here on lap 83. Now Randy's got to do everything he can to stay with him. We'll have lap traffic coming out just behind them. Cody B. Johnson on fresh tires. So we'll have to contend with that as well. But what this does do for Randy is it puts him 5 seconds ahead of Landwehr, and it puts him 17.5 seconds back to Schwartz, although there is a massive tire difference of 10 laps. So we'll see how that comes into play. Tell you what, Chris Pinder's still hanging on tough. He still sits 7th, but he's got guys behind him still approaching on fresher tires. Corey Blevins, Schwartz, Demien, but Cade Ferguson is in further 3 seconds back, so he could still wind up with a top 10 here.
This is not looking good for Randy. He is over half a second back of Jared Lindsay and falling.
Yeah, so he was about 1.5 seconds back from when he pitted. Got 2 seconds ahead, then obviously got repassed, and he's already at that 1.5 second gap again, and not in the pit window. But he does have a significant advantage over the guys he was racing, Landwehr, Davis, and Schwartz. As we still have one more pit stop to make, so just a little bit aggressive on entry could ruin your whole night. Ooh, and that was a little bit of aggressive on the entry there. 58 got stuck behind the 24. Demien almost plowed into the back of him. Could have changed the complexion of this race ever so slightly. Ooh, Schwartz, he's followed the 24. Should have taken the high line on those fresh tires. And Demien will take advantage. 58 has the freshest tires in the field, but not bringing them up to temperature, probably how he would have wanted. Cody B. Johnson goes through Travis De Leon for position and past Randy Arms as well, not for position, but we'll see if he's able to go run down the leader and get himself back on the lead lap. Randy's 2.5 seconds back, and Cody B. Johnson is closing that gap, though, to our race leader, 1.5 seconds. So we'll see what he does if he gets there. Schwartz will try again here on Pinder to the inside. Much fresher tires, no contest there.
I think the battle we'll be looking at towards the end might be Randy Arms and Nathaniel Landwehr for P2, because it looks like Lindsay is checking out right now.
Absolutely. 2.7 seconds. He's got lap traffic coming to unlap himself, so this will be a little bit sketchy for a moment. This is not what he wants to see. If you're Lindsay, you're probably just going to let him go. You know, you have a decent gap back behind. And that's why I got a little bit sketchy there, even in that one corner. The 04 is now back on the lead lap. That'll give us 17. Travis back on pit road. Casey Brown, as we saw, spent a considerable amount of time on pit road. Also received a penalty because you saw how quick he was on the entry. So he is now down in 20th. Ben Thomas trying to track down Eric Shields here and get himself in 11th position. Looks like Shields was a little loose on entry, but Ben Thomas clips the apron. He'll slide up the racetrack, and Shields will hold position. A little bit further back, Sean Anderson and Lucas Reed going at it for the last spot in the top 15. And Cade Ferguson has caught Pinder for the last spot in the top 10 as well. He has 7-lap fresher tires. We'll see how he elects to get around them if possible. His internet might not want to, though. Look at the block there from Ben Thomas on Sean Anderson. So a lot of these guys going at it. Looks like 28's going to go around the outside with the fresh tires. And he'll take that 10th spot away. They will be under pressure from Sean Anderson. He pitted this same lap that Schwartz did, lap 81, so Sean Anderson could be making some noise at the end of this race.
And Lucas Reed's also making moves back here, getting around Eric Shields.
Yeah, a lot of guys put it on lap 81. They ran it very long, so we have a battle here. Pinder giving it everything he's got on those old tires. Actually took back 10th for half of a corner. He is laying it all out there. I wouldn't be surprised to see him pit here. He's in the final fuel window. So I wouldn't be surprised to see him short pit again and try and hang on at the end compared to these guys. Schwartz trying to close in on Samuel Demien.
Looks like we might have the first call out for pitting in. Bowman says he's coming in.
Now he's in 18th right now. He doesn't have a whole lot to lose. Got some damage on that car. And he is not doing it that time. But you can see Pinder starting to fall back ever so slightly on those old tires. Sean Anderson starting to move forward because of the new tires. So it's an interesting dynamic. You got guys that have been out there for almost 30 laps. And guys that have been on these tires for 15 laps. Be curious to see when Pinder pulls the trigger. Don't want to lose too much time. Curious to see how the 58 of Schwartz and the 15 of Sean Anderson and the 10, how far they make it forward on their new tires before they have to come down for their final stop. Travis might be calling it a night here in the 12 machine, been on pit road for 4 minutes. Heavy right side damage to his Toyota. Jared Lindsay has a dominant lead of 5 seconds over Randy Arms. I think back to a conversation at our season finale for season 7. And I know a couple guys said if Jared Lindsay runs full-time, he's an instant championship favorite. And right now, proving that to be the case. Looks like Scarbo's on pit road for his final stop. Pinder's still just trying to hang on as best he can with those old tires.
And like I kind of talked about, I think the best battle will be Arms versus Landwehr. Landwehr's 2.5 tenths faster that lap. So we'll see when it comes down to this final pit stop. Might have a 3-way battle if Michael Davis can, get a little closer.
Yeah, Landwehr was 2 tenths quicker last time than Randy. But we are quickly approaching the last cycle of green flag pit stops here. They are well within the window, so it's about who blinks first. And it is Michael Davis. He's going to try it out. He'll go 35 laps to the end. Cade Ferguson, he just blinked. It said he was off track. Ryan Tiller, Samuel Demien. So guys around each other going to pit together, not lose out on any tire advantage. Rick Shields is in, Ben Thomas is in, Pinder's in. It will be Michael Davis leading the charge. Everyone is in nice and neat as Michael Davis goes out. And he'll be the first one to set a representative lap time on the final sprint to the finish. Corey Blevins is in. And Thomas leaving his box there.
Randy Arms in. Ooh, Randy, aggressive on the brakes.
Ooh, my goodness, you're right. I saw the tire smoke, and he's just trying to defend from Landwehr behind. Might not be trying to fight for P1 here in Lindsay, but just trying to guarantee himself a P2. But we'll see if he gets a penalty from that. Into his box, fine. Blevins is leaving. Right side tires on. Left side's going on.
Landwehr with an immediate response in next lap.
Randy is away. And that aggressive entry did work. 42-42 on pit road. It's one of the quickest we've seen tonight. Only beaten by your race leader, Jared Lindsay, 41.90 last time down pit road. But he is comfortably in control. Dean Clavitt is in. But it's all about that pit lane time as well as the stop time. Got to be good at both. In lap and out lap, there is an art form to this. It's like we... Oh, yeah, Pinder said he went off track and just cut the dog leg there. Randy will cover off Landwehr, and Michael Davis will jump Landwehr. So look at that. It's only a 1-lap difference between the 57 and the 66 in terms of tires, and it's 1.5 seconds, so Landwehr is going to have a lot of work to do to get back by Michael Davis. Schwartz going very long, as well as Lucas Reed. They're trying to steal some good finishes here late.
Nothing that can shake things up. There's going to be a lot of, lap traffic, slower cars. The field is so spread out.
Yeah,
you got these guys trying to
strategy, absolutely.
You got guys trying to make up ground, move forward, maybe a little too aggressive. We could see a later caution here.
Jared Lindsay's in. He's aggressive even on the final stop when he doesn't need to be. Let's take a little look at that. The 18 coming onto pit road. He's fighting it all the way. He doesn't have to, but almost like the Max Verstappen of F1. Push, push, push. Aggressive all the time. That's why he's looking to go 3 in a row here tonight. William Bowman on pit road as well. Sean Anderson pitted on 81, so he can go pretty far into this race. Lucas Reed as well as Jonathan Schwartz, your top 5, all staying out on the racetrack in hopes of a late race caution.
Randy actually gets around Lindsey. He's going to be right in front of him.
So again, a 4-lap difference on tires. And Randy actually made up a lot of time there. He was about 3 seconds back, so he made up a lot of time on the in and out laps. Somehow, some way, he does get about 2.5 seconds again, with the lap traffic helping him out here.
He's going to have Michael Davis not necessarily blocking for him, but Michael Davis, he's still on fresher tires. He's going to fight Jared Lindsey. He wants the spot. I think that's going to be a little bit of a harder pass for Lindsey.
Just a little bit extra difficulty here for Lindsey. I'm surprised Randy was able to make up that much time. But again, that's that 4-lap difference on tires we expect Lindsey to catch and pull away from Randy, but you just never know how these things go, and you see the battle there. What will be for 4th and the net 2nd place. A lot of guys swapping positions on different strategies. And here is the battle. Lindsey doesn't fight it too hard. See what they do into turn number 3 here. He'll dive it in deep. He's got even fresher tires compared to Michael Davis. And now it's 1.1 seconds to Randy Arms. It'll be just over 25 laps to go. Randy Arms will have it all to do if he wants a shot at the race win here. Top 2 still out on the racetrack. Jonathan Schwartz and Cody B. Johnson hoping for a yellow. And that will completely change the complexion of this race if they're able to get it. Randy putting Eric Shields between them. And Jared Lindsey now trying to put Cody B. Johnson. Just get as many cars as possible between yourself and the hard charger.
Yeah, they're going to be too wide here in turn 1. Lindsey's going to have nowhere to go.
So that's definitely helping him out. Shields will have to yield way, though. Cody B. Johnson was on the high side. Not a factor. He'll get through Eric Shields, but then Randy Arms going to put Casey Brown in between them, but they don't believe for long. He's already cleared them. Now 0.3 of a second and no one in between them. The race for the win is on, and they're going to catch Schwartz naturally before he even pits. So this is the battle for the lead here. Schwartz on very old tires. He'll pull down to the inside. I believe he's pitting this time by. Randy goes through to the lead. Jared Lindsey will have to wait one more lap. 24 to go. This should be the lap where he makes his move. Oh, and Randy just gets a little loose there, slides up the hill. Through goes Jared Lindsey to the race lead. Randy going to try and fight it back. He'll slot into second and try and look to hold off Nathaniel Landwehr, who's 2 seconds back. You can hear him feather that throttle. Tires starting to slip away ever so slightly. But Landwehr's through to third. Michael Davis coming through as well. Cody B. Johnson still out on the racetrack as well. So only 2 guys were hoping for a caution. They still are hoping for a caution because they would have not taken their last set. 1 set to start the race. And 3 in the pits, so everyone else is out of tires. Except Jonathan Schwartz and Cody B. Johnson. The gap is now under 2 seconds with 22 laps to go. And we're going to have to get through lap traffic and make the pass. He's got 1 lap fresher tire. Let's take a look here at how it all shakes up inside your top 9. Schwartz and Johnson not yet pitted. And then 101, 102, 99, 100, all over the place. Give or take a couple of laps. Even further back, strategy different here. Cade Ferguson pitted 106. Ben Thomas, lap 99. Fresher tires for the 28, and he'll pull through. Lap 106 for Lucas Reed as well. In charge back towards the front. 102 for Dean Clavitt. He's got fresh tires, trying to track down Michael Davis somehow, some way. $20 to go, and Jared Lindsay looking to make it 3 in a row and cement himself as the championship favorite.
Yeah, it almost seems inevitable at this point.
If we do get a caution, however, he's under severe threat from Schwartz and Cody B. Johnson. He's got 3 wins already on the season, looking to make it 4. Randy Arms has got 2. He finds it hard to keep up with him at times. But Landwehr closing in ever so slightly, 2 for second here.
Even if we don't, or even if we do get a caution, everyone's coming in for tires.
No one, they shouldn't have any tires. 4 total. They've made 3 pit stops, but that's with the one set on the car. So they changed tires 3 times tonight.
Oh right, I forgot there were 2 pit stops after the stage.
Yep. But Schwartz and Cody B. Johnson just trying to save fuel, just trying to hope for the yellow and take the field by storm on a late restart. Let's go on board here and see if they're saving fuel, hoping. Yeah, absolutely. They are just hoping for a miracle. Let's go on board here. We saw Cody B. Johnson saving fuel. Let's see what Schwartz is doing down the back straightaway. They are both shutting the car off very early. They are begging for a caution.
I feel like betting on a late race caution in LSRL is like betting on Georgia Tech to cover the spread versus Georgia. It could happen, but it's not likely.
We did it last year. But they are running out of time. They're not in danger of getting put a lap down, but they are just running they are running on fumes with 17 laps to go. Pitted on lap 81. So they have pushed this as far as it can go. And really, the cars close to each other are them, so they don't want to be the caution. So they're not going to bring it out. They're hoping somebody else does, but everyone else completely spread out on tires. So they are faced with a difficult task. But who blinks first? Because if we do get that yellow, they would be so much quicker.
I feel like it would be over.
It would be over. If they even have 5 laps, it would be over. But not looking likely at the moment. Cade Ferguson is catching Eric Shields. We saw him involved in a little bit of miscommunication earlier in the race, but don't think that'll happen this time. He's got 7 lap fresher tires than Eric Shields.
Something Landwehr's not going to want to see. Lucas Reed, you pass him on fresher tires, going to slow him up when he was trying to get to Randy.
And the gap is 1.3 seconds. Randy trying to get around Chris Pinder, so they're all dealing with lap traffic. Pinder going to give him plenty of room. So it's kind of a net wash there. Corey Blevins making a late charge. He was out of the top 10 for a long part of the middle of this race, but he's making a late charge, looking to get 7th here and maybe 6th when Schwartz finally pits. Lucas Reed charging on fresh tires, as is Sean Anderson. Ryan Tiller through to 6th.
It got really close there between Tiller and Schwartz.
Schwartz is like, maybe if I put the pressure on enough, they'll spin out by themselves. But Cade Ferguson still trying to find a way. 27 and 28 going at it. go to the high side, try and get a run off the corner, but he'll fall back in line. Corey Blevins goes through on the 58, who is massively saving fuel. This is the battle for 6th, though. Closest battle on track. Do these guys get involved in a little bit of an incident here late? And then Cade Ferguson looks to be a pretty straightforward pass here into turn number 3. Shouldn't see any issues. Oh, but he gets a little bit tight. Yeah, let's see here, though. I think Shield will just back out of it. 28 is through. How hard do they race for it up here for 6th? Tiller started 6th, and after 135 laps, might finish 6th.
I was going to say, you know, last season here in LSRL, there was a little bit of a beef between the 23 and the 13. Ruffled some feathers short track racing. Don't think it's carried over to this season, but you never know.
I mean, these guys are crawling. Just hoping somebody wrecks. Because if they do, it's a guaranteed 1-2. Even when Scott Kelly spun off of turn number 2 early in the race, it was down to the inside off the racetrack. No caution was thrown. Battle here for 2nd in the next couple of laps. Landwehr inside of 1 second, and he can see the 8 machine. That's the best encouragement a driver can see, is watching the car in front get bigger and bigger in the front windshield. Biggest mover currently is Samuel Demien. Incredibly, he's bounced off the outside wall 3 or 4 times and has continued his top 10 speed. Lucas Reed also up 9. He's hoping to pick up 1 more spot. Yeah, but Cody B. Johnson is in danger of getting lapped here next lap anyways, so his strategy really goes out the window in the next couple of corners. Jonathan Schwartz maybe has another lap or 2 for a yellow. You can see there he's pulling way down to the inside. Not going to be in contention because he is lapped. And he is on the apron pitting, so he'll lose Lucky Dog. But heck of an effort. I admire the trying something different. Schwartz will go till he gets lapped. You might as well.
Lindsay is right there, though.
Yeah, so this is his pretty much last lap. Needs a caution in the next 2 seconds. And don't believe he's going to get one. Heck of an effort. Might as well try something different. You're solid on points. You're in the playoffs. Might as well try something a little bit out there. Lindsay just being careful not to run him over. And he is through on corner exit here, and that'll end that strategy as well. It technically could work, as he is a lucky dog, but...
Caution!
Oh, you're kidding! He's gonna pit and get the lucky dog tail end of the line! Does he have enough time? What in the world? Cody B. Johnson left pit lane and wrecked. And this changes everything.
Wait, was that the caution?
He stopped. It had to have been. He stopped on the racetrack. What happened to the 04? Did it not put fuel in the car? I don't know what that one's all about.
He was on the apron.
Yeah, but nothing else happened. That has to have been what it was. Schwartz is the lucky dog. And we will see how this plays out. He'll be at the tail end of what should be, I think, Scott Kelly on pit road. Travis DeLeon on pit road. Scarbo still on track. Cody B. Johnson on pit road. So it's looking like 21, 20, 19 cars. It'll be the 19th car in line. And there he goes. He's got one set of tires left. Does he have enough fuel to make it around to pit road? Take a look here. Something might have happened to Ben Thomas under the yellow. He just had to slow down to avoid running into the back of the 88. We know Jonathan Schwartz loves his alternate strategies, and this might be the biggest one. Obviously, no one else pitting. They don't have any tires left. It's our first attempt at a green-white checkered. And what does Randy Arms or Landwehr have? Do they have anything available? Or Jared Lindsay? You never know. If Schwartz can't get there in time, what does the second or third place car have to say about it?
I think this is going to be a big ask for new tires for Schwartz. Like, he might be fast, but
He'll get a solid finish out of it, at least.
yeah.
But he might not win. He just needed it a lap earlier.
It'll all come down to if he has the room on track to make the moves.
He might make the room himself. But here comes the 58. 4 fresh Goodyear tires. And this has completely changed the complexion of this race. My goodness. At worst, he gets 10th. But, I mean, he has 30 lap fresher tires than everybody in front of him. Oh, my goodness. This could get very sketchy for a lot of people, too. Because he'll be flying through. I mean, everyone's on differing tires. Here he comes out of the pits. He'll rejoin tail end to the longest line. Getting the lucky dog. But at least he has a shot. That's all he wanted, and that's what he's going to get.
And he's going to have
2
one of
laps.
3.
Yeah. If they wad it up in turn 1 and he's not in it, he'll go to the back of the lead lap cars, which will put him ahead of a decent number of drivers. But he has got some work to do, and he's going to want to pass him right from the drop of the green flag, but cannot pass on the inside either, so he's going to have to wait till at least turn 1. Lights will go out this time on the pace car. And Sean Anderson, he pitted on 106, so he's got fresh tires compared to the guys ahead of him, and he's caught up, so he could be making a couple moves. Some of the guys. Let's take one quick look at it. He's 106, so he's got fresher tires than Demyen, Blevins. Clavett's now caught up. I mean, it's just going to be, what do they have left in these tires? We obviously know Schwartz has everything left. But these little differences are going to be bunched up, and we'll see who saved them or who pushed or just what is left. 2 laps here at Charlotte Motor Speedway to decide it. 10 cars on the lead lap, and he is 5 seconds back due to the EOL for the lucky dog.
And just see how just aggressive a driver is. I could definitely see Randy Arms trying to send it for all he's got into turn 1.
You might as well try. They're both good on points. They're just racing for wins. This is going to be a thriller. Pace car makes the hard left-hand turn down pit road. First attempt at a green-white checkered finish. Jared Lindsay, the control car, enters the Geico restart zone. He goes early and gets us back in the way. Everyone's spinning their tires. There goes Lucas Reed. He'll save it. Schwartz trying to get through. And into turn number 1, Jared Lindsay leads. That's exactly what he wanted to see.
Going 3 wide around everybody back here.
He's already closing in on the back of Sean Anderson. Going to make a move to the inside. 2.7 seconds. I don't think it's enough. Car in the wall. It's Michael Davis. They get back to the white. Race is official. What does Randy Arms do?
He's trying to protect his inside while also maintaining a good line. He wants to send it.
And we're way up top. Schwartz not making the inroads we thought. But here he comes, though, through 1 and 2. He's going to pick up a couple spots. Not the race win, though. He's going to get into Corey Blevins. And down the back straightaway for the final time. Schwartz runs out of time. Randy Arms can't close enough. He'll hold on to second. They're wrecking further back. Jared Lindsay holds off the field on a late race restart and wins 3 in a row.
I think Schwartz might have gotten to Michael Davis out of 4.
Schwartz makes it up to 6th.
Just watching Michael Davis almost sideways across the line.
Let's take a look here. Looks like something happened to Hinder. Oh, he gets tagged. Oh, that's big contact into William Bowman. From the bumper of the 28. And he's just going to get into him there. Right in the left rear, turns him around. William Bowman nowhere to go. What a finish. Michael Davis going for a heck of a ride. Ends up taking the Roval configuration. But, I mean, just look at the tire difference. He gets squeezed there on the exit and... heck of a finish there for the 57. Stuck in the barriers. I think one more lap and Schwartz was going to get there. Was 0.5 of a second quicker going through traffic. Oh my goodness, what a finish. Looks like we got a Polish victory lap, though.
Just say the word and I'll bring our winner up here.
Alrighty, let's go ahead and get him up here. Here with your race winner, Jared Lindsay, 3 in a row, makes it 4 on the season. What was going through your mind when you saw the yellow come out for a green-white checkered?
It said, uh-oh. Schwartz had a set of tires, and I mean, he's my teammate and all, but thank God I put him a lap down. So he had to get the EOL. So it was just, it was a shocker. I don't even know what happened coming up to that, but I'm just glad that I was able to get the jump and try to predict what the car was going to do. I was getting nervous if we were going to have more than one attempt because I was going to probably run out of fuel. So right now I have half a gallon in the tank right now, which is good for a lap and a half. So if we had more than one, I was going to be in some trouble. But we ended up getting there, got a big jump to try to get to the white as fast as I could. So
yeah, and they tried to wad it up on the green flag lap there, and it was mere seconds from Schwartz being on the lead lap and only being behind 9 cars rather than about 16 or 17. And he was flying. He was half a second quicker on the last lap, even passing everybody. And he just ran out of time at the end. But hats off for trying. That's a vintage Jonathan Schwartz alternate strategy.
yeah, I gotta give it to the guy. He's not afraid to call an audible. That I mean, it's even admit it. I don't even have the audacity to pull some of the plays that he tries to do. But I think he wanted to win, and I think he figured just doing what I was doing wasn't gonna do it, and so he tried to do something different.
Yeah, absolutely. A solid final restart, though. You do hold off the field and make it 3 in a row. Just an absolutely dominating season, and just looking for some more wins to close out the regular season, I imagine, as we get ready for playoff time here in a couple weeks.
Yeah, we got some rough tracks coming up for me on the schedule, and then we got some real good tracks coming up for me on the schedule. So I'm going to be looking to try to get some practice in and see what I can learn from my teammates for Dover. I've never really run good at Dover, so if we can just come out of there with a top 5 and not end up wrecked or with a penalty, then we'll take that. But yeah, happy about tonight. I was looking at the stats last night, and this actually ties me on the all-time win list with Cameron Hearn, who is hands down one of the fastest guys to come through LSRL. So
Well, that's a awesome, monumentous achievement. You'll have a chance to break that tie next week as we head to Dover. So that'll be very technical, and we'll test the drivers for sure. But congratulations again. A very fascinating race, exciting, and calm, cool, collected at the end. I will let you get any final shout-outs in that you have.
yeah, just gonna shout out my teammates, Moflo Racing, which I'll put the fun fact out there. A lot of people don't know what MoFlo stands for, but it stands for Missouri Florida Racing, because that's where our two original MoFlo teammates are from. We're all from. And I want to shout out you guys on the broadcast, everyone watching, all my friends, family, and just the admins, Randy and Ryan, and just everybody that puts this thing on. It's good to see some guys come back, like Cade. We had Cade Ferguson running with us tonight. It's been a while since he's been with us. It was good to have him back. And just thank you to you guys ultimately.
Absolutely. We'll appreciate the kind words as always, and we look forward to seeing you next week at Dover.
Yeah, thank you, my friend.
And let's go ahead and get P2 here in the booth. Randy Arms started third, was battling pretty much all night with Schwartz and Landwehr. Tried the undercut on that first green flag pit stop of the second stage, and then kind of just settled into a rhythm. What were your thoughts on that final restart? Did you think you had anything to beat Lindsay tonight?
No, I didn't actually. I was just trying to hold on the second. I figured being on the outside that Nate probably would have got by me, but I was able to just barely clear him in the one, and then kind of just kind of threw the arrow blocks after that, and was able to hold on the second. So, don't really like this track a whole lot. I don't just can't get the feel that I like here. So to be able to come home second, we'll count that as a win, really.
Yeah, absolutely. Qualifying third, finishing second on not a favorite track. That's a pretty impressive night. And 2 wins on the season already, and you're just right in the hunt for that regular season championship, and definitely a championship contender this season again, just like last season.
Yeah, just we got those 2 wins, and then stuff kind of started to fall apart there. So just trying to get our momentum back, and hopefully, or say get some more wins before the playoffs start. Try to carry that into the playoffs. So we got some good tracks for us coming up. So hopefully we'll get back into victory lane.
Yeah, absolutely. Got any final shout outs you got for the broadcast booth?
Yeah, just want to say thanks to everyone in the league. I mean, had a great race. Just had that one yellow there at the very end, which I don't even think it was a wreck from what I was told. I'm not sure. I have to go back and look, but I say just good racing. I mean, pretty much every week. And then just thanks to you guys for putting on these broadcasts. I know when they're or say green the whole time, probably gets kind of boring up there and kind of hard to keep things, or say interesting. So just want to say thanks to everything or say you guys do every week.
Appreciate the kind words as always, and we look forward to seeing you back here next week at Dover.
All right, everybody. Thank you.
And P3 here again, another solid run tonight. Nathaniel Landwehr in the 66 machine. You topped off what it looks like for fuel at the end of stage 1. Was that planned, or did you not get enough fuel in the car on the first stop? It kind of put you behind as we started stage 2.
Yeah, on that first stop, I just completely didn't take any fuel and realized as went around the track, I looked out the fuel tank to see how far we can go and realized I had about a gallon and some change left. So kind of unfortunate, but worked my way back up to the field, still had a solid finish and pretty okay with the night.
Yeah, absolutely. Able to recover very well. What were your thoughts when you saw that final caution come out? Do you think you had anything for the win?
I definitely didn't think I had anything for the win, but I thought I could peak in front of Randy, but just didn't have the start I wanted, and from there it was kind of over. Car didn't turn going into one like I wanted on the white flag lap, and just didn't have anything. But it was a good finish. I'll take it.
Yeah, able to kind of avoid the chaos further back, come on with another podium. Always a consistent top 5 driver. Just need that little bit extra to break through for a win, but always put yourself in position. Definitely going to break through here sooner or later. Looking at the paint scheme as well, got some fresh colors on the car and on the back of the car. Just now seeing that's pretty funny.
Yep. Car sponsored by wonderful girlfriend.
Absolutely. We
Back and yingling all around.
couldn't do it without them. We got to designate 2 hours of our time, and they let us get away with it somehow.
Yeah.
But congratulations again on a solid effort tonight. Got any final shout-outs or anyone you want to say hi to?
Just shout out all the people watching back home, especially wonderful girlfriend. She's on the back of the car, so everyone knows that she thinks they're slow.
Sending a message.
Sending a message. But no, in all seriousness, thanks to you guys for broadcasting. Once again, thanks to people watching. Thanks to the league owners for making it happen. Thanks to all this great group of people that come together on Tuesday nights and various times throughout the week to race together and just have fun together. Great group of people.
Yeah, absolutely. Put on a show each and every week. But congratulations again, and look forward to seeing you back here next week at Dover.
Yep, thank you.
Oh, what the hell?
You were moved against your will, Ryan. How we doing?
Well, I don't appreciate those things.
All right, you can go back up there then. Jonathan Schwartz almost pulled off a stunner tonight. What was going through your head those last couple laps, and then what was the reaction when the caution finally came out?
I ran out of time. I needed about 3 more laps to have a shot, and Jared unfortunately put me a lap down and ruined my chances, but what a great teammate.
Right? Says
But,
I'm
I
keeping the win for
understand.
myself.
Yeah. But it was a good race. I would have made it to the end anyway, but happy to have had that caution to kind of gain some spots back there.
Yeah, we know you're one for an alternate strategy, and that one takes the cake. Even though you didn't win, it was just kind of, we knew it would be tough, especially with the EOL, the back of 18 cars. A couple seconds before, you would have restarted 10th behind 9, and that maybe would have given you a chance, but nevertheless, it made for a thrilling finish, and like you said, maybe 1 or 2 more laps, and you would have been having to make a tough decision on where to pass your teammate. But you ran good, clean, and brought it home in one piece on a chaotic restart.
Yeah, you can't just do the same thing everybody else does every week, so you're not going to win that way, but this week it didn't work out, but maybe next one it will.
Absolutely. Ryan Tiller, you are charging up towards that cut line in the top 8. You have now had 3 top 10s in a row and picking up a top 5 here tonight. Talk me through your race.
Points, and a little bit more points. That's what we're trying to do. It's been the motto the past 3 weeks, and consistency is key. We come to, a lot of these guys in here can say it, probably my best track. I'm not obviously the fastest of the group, but for me, it's the best track for me. And finally, I get through the entire race without fully scrubbing the wall. I did hit the wall and got a little bit of damage, and on the stage brake fixed it all and saved the tires and kept everything underneath me. But the strategy is just try to get as many points as we can when we can and keep the car clean in one piece.
Absolutely. Got 2 races left to finally break through. Dover and Kansas is going to be a thrilling fight for that cut line. But the consistency the last 3 weeks have definitely turned your season around when you absolutely needed it the most.
Oh yeah, it's also nice. I'm making a full intent to work on qualifying, getting ahead of a huge swarm. As you saw at the beginning of the race, there was a big swarm of cars. Get ahead of that. Don't use up the tires and stay consistent. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, that was kind of my next question. This is posed to Damien Scarbo, Ben Thomas, and Eric Shields. You guys were in that hornet's nest through the first stage and at the start of the second stage from regularly like 7th to 15th, and it was a heck of a show you guys were putting on. 2x2, swapping positions, cars in the wall. Damien, you came home with the top 10. You were in the wall 3 or 4 times, but it was just back and forth for most of the night and differing tire strategies to top it all off.
Yeah, the right side of the car seemed to have a magnet for the wall, but thankfully it wasn't too bad, and was able to just run a consistent race. That's all you need to do here.
Yeah, you ended up coming home the big mover as well, +9 tonight.
Oh, awesome.
But I hate it for you, Scarebo. You were running a nice, solid, clean race inside the top 10, and was it internet or computer? What happened there about halfway through?
Yeah, internet went out.
Hmm.
Really sucks. I really truly think I had about a 5th or 6th place car. I like these tracks where you really have to save tires. Seem to be good at the end of a run, but just sucks. It happened at such a good spot, but oh well.
Yeah, we saw you charging through the field at the end of stage 1 and picking up some stage points as well. So you were definitely making those tires last longer than probably what they wanted to go.
Yeah, well, won't be here next week. Unfortunately, I have a work thing to do, but good luck to everybody next week.
Yeah, absolutely. Have you considered doing this full time? I'm just kidding. This is probably more fun than work, but we will miss you next week, and hope everything goes well.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Ben Thomas, I think tonight was probably one of your better nights. You were also up 9 spots, but Damien beats you because he finished higher. But a solid night and able to make it through the chaos there at the end.
I'm just excited. This was my best finish, and I worked really hard coming into this week, especially after the disappointment I had with myself after last week. And I got with Ryan and ran some laps, and he gave me some good pointers, and it it turned everything around. I went from running 10 laps on tires to making it a fuel run on tires. So, big step.
Yeah, you were running up inside the top 10 for a decent part of stage 2, so definitely, like you said, can definitely tell the improvement week over week, and it was fun watching you up there.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Eric Shields, you got any thoughts on that really impressive midfield battle between everyone tonight?
Yeah, I mean, it was fun running around with different guys. We kind of struggled all day today. I wasn't really able to match any of the lap times I was getting any other day of practice, so I was just trying to run as clean of a race as I could, and got into the wall a couple times, so I think that hurt me a little bit too. But then through the middle there, everyone seemed to be playing a different tire strategy, so once we got a few laps into the run, everyone was kind of catching each other, and some people were slowing down, some were speeding up. So it was still fun being able to kind of race around some guys. And I think I picked up a couple more spots at the end than I thought I would get. So I'll take it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, always a pleasure, fellas, and we look forward to seeing you guys next week at Dover.
Thank
Should
you guys.
we pick a favorite now?
I'm just gonna go ahead and pick you preemptively until someone beats you. So.
No, it really won't be me. I'm dead serious. It won't be me. I promise you.
Well, not now because they picked you.
Right. Well, see, I jinx Randy Arms like nobody's business, but whenever I pick Lindsay week after week, he's like, "Oh, I'll just win by a couple seconds here and there." Yeah, he's like, "Oh, I'm not even that good at Watkins Glen or Landwehr was quicker than me, but you always come out on top. You gotta. I don't know. You do a good job of downplaying expectations and then winning, so catch everyone by surprise. But you are my preemptive pick. If you don't, I don't know. Commentator skirt's back on, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. But always a pleasure, fellas. Look forward to seeing you guys next week.
Thanks, Max.
Thank you, guys. Thanks for putting on a good broadcast.
Absolutely. How we doing, fellas?
Oh, my friend Max, how are you?
Doing pretty good. That went better than the pre-race. But yeah, that was just kind of a crazy race. A lot of you guys were just out here absolutely fighting it out, tooth and nail in that first stage for stage points, and it was just back and forth. No one could decide who wanted to make up your mind, and then it was kind of down to the tire strategy in that second stage. What did you guys see out there tonight?
Yeah, it was just a really good race. Strong, hard racing.
And then
really
obviously
enjoyable.
And then obviously that caution comes out and gives us a green white checkered, and then from there pretty much all bets were off.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Just racing.
All right.
Yep.
But was the car tight, loose? I saw a lot of guys getting to the outside wall, but then at the same time it looked like loose on the bottom if you overstep that apron.
I don't know. It was the Xfinity car, Charlotte. It's just the way it feels.
Yeah, it was fun to drive. Not too bad. As long as you didn't abuse your tires, you were all right.
All right.
I know Travis got to stop for tacos, which sounds pretty nice. So.
I think he's the real winner here.
Yeah.
What kind of tacos though? What do we got? What are we working with?
I think he went outside to smoke.
Fair enough.
Timed your entry horribly.
Yeah, I know. McElroy's not even here either. Not fulfilling his media obligations. Hate to see it. He was
devastating.
He was
devastating.
He really was. He was running last for so long and then ends up 14th somehow. So sure he'll be all right.
So just a whole bunch of cars crashed in front of him. I don't know what happened.
Yeah.
Good job getting through it though, Mike. Safe driving.
They were beefing.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Beef chicken.
Oh, there, beef and chicken. There you go.
Yes, sir.
That's a win right there.
Definitely.
What did everybody else have for dinner tonight?
I had a ribeye steak and sweet potato fries.
Ooh. That's a strong contender, I must say so myself.
Yeah, turkey burger.
Turkey burger.
Not too bad.
No.
Mike's eating dinner right now. So.
Well, he can tell me about it next Monday when we kick off ARS again. We'll figure it out then. But yeah, looking forward.
Will be high.
Yeah, it will. And then I had Chick-fil-A, pretty basic. So. Yeah.
Sounds good.
We were gonna cook chicken Alfredo and then realized that all of our chicken was freezer burned because power went out and it thawed out and then it was not good, not great.
That sucks.
Oh well.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah, it's all right.
Where's Art?
He is, I think, grabbing some food right now. Actually, he is.
Wow.
He is
just rude, devastating.
It's unreal, as Ryan Tiller would say.
Chef Boyardee.
Something quick. But fun race tonight. We head to Dover next week, and we've seen some stuff every time we go there, it seems. So looking forward to that.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Monster Mile, eh?
Miles the monster gonna take some
get
souls. Yeah, oh yeah.
What we doing here, fellas?
Zach Scare, I hope to see you on Friday since you were not here tonight. You are not a part of the exclusive.
Yes, I will. Yeah, I'll be there Friday.
All right, and then
you see who's locked in on Friday now?
Oh, is that? I don't really look at it, to be honest.
Wow.
Wow.
Unreal.
Kind of...
Zach Scare, 26.
Unreal.
Mike is in 12th. How is Mike in 12th? What is this? I'm shocked.
He is a talented driver.
Let's not get crazy here. And then Pinder 25th. That's what I love to see. I love to see it. But yeah, we'll be there. We'll be here Friday night, and then Monday night, Daytona ARS kicks back off. It's gonna be a good time, good season, and I'm looking forward to it.
Right on.
Alrighty,
looking
fellas.
forward to hearing your voice.
It is soothing, I know. I'm pretty sure Dale was.
Wish I could hear Arts right now, but he left.
He messaged me and said, "After the top 3, I'm gone."
What a nice guy.
Just leaving me to do it all. But
what you do it all anyway.
Ooh. Yeah,
be sure to tell
fired.
I like Art.
Be sure to tell that to Mike. We got to enter into contract negotiations for this week.
Always one CMS driver and Art got a fight.
Good stuff. But yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I think Dale's in the broadcast again this week too, so good times all around.
Perfect.
Yeah. Alrighty, fellas. Y'all take it easy. We'll see you guys Friday.
Yes, sir.
Good night.
Alright. Night. Art, you back yet?
I think I got beef with CMS now.
It's on again. It's on. Oh. We just put him in there. We'll let him settle their differences. We'll get his final thoughts in just a moment. But a thrilling race. One caution. Don't know why it happened. Scott Kelly had spun out early in the race, was below the apron. He did not get the caution called. But I think Cody B. Johnson had an issue coming off of pit road and had to tow. And that brought out our one yellow and made for a thrilling finish. 10 cars on the lead lap. Jared Lindsay, your winner. Randy Arms and Landwehr rounding out our podium. And then all the way down to Scott Kelly in the 22nd position, who we saw had that unfortunate wreck. But we'll be back this Friday night, 9 Eastern, for Rodcar as they head to Daytona in the trucks, I believe. Can't quote me on that quite yet. Let me just look to confirm. And then next Monday night, we head back to the Affinity Racing Series, kicking off Season 2 as they head to Daytona in the next-gen cars. But yeah, this Friday is Rodcar Daytona at the trucks, 9 Eastern. Affinity Racing Series Monday night. Next Gens at Daytona. The Next Up Series, the Wednesday Night League, will be on twitch.tv/raceaffinity. So go check them out to see the next crop of drivers trying to make it into Next Up. And it's just going to be a good time all around, racing for another great cause to be revealed soon. But looking forward to all that. I'll drag Art as he's having a war of words, I imagine. We'll get his final thoughts, and we'll call it a night. All right, your final thoughts, bud.
Oh, wait, you don't want me hanging out with CMS anymore?
Just give it the final thoughts of the race.
We need to start handicapping Jared Lindsay.
Make him start a lap down, something like that.
Lap down at the back of the pack, something.
But he said he's not going to win next week. I don't know. We'll see. He's turned it on here as we head towards the championship races, so we'll see how it goes. But that'll do it here from us tonight at YG Media. Appreciate everyone tuning in, and we will see you Friday night, 9 Eastern, for a Friday night Rodcar. Y'all take care, be safe, and we'll see you then.
What call?